Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, gorgeous. Don't forget to smile as you look radiant as you are the queen of your Nile. Wake up, beautiful. It's time to spread your wings. Open up your window. Hear the bluebirds as they sing.
Welcome to Good Morning Gorgeous, your Saturday morning dose of inspiration. I am Sharonda Steele, and I am joined with
Larissa Williams.
and we are so incredibly excited to just have you just take some time out of your Saturday morning or anytime whenever you get an opportunity to see this out of your day, and just this just give us some time to have a little bit of girl time, and that's really what we're going to do today with our guests. So we're going to have our Miss Larissa introduce our guest for today, and then we're just all just going to talk.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce to you Myesha Washington, a baby bloomer that is doing her thing in accounting. I've known Myesha all of her life. I am so proud of her. This is one of my cousins, and I am just so proud of her. She's always been a go-getter, and to see her reach her goal, I'm just so proud, and constantly continuing to build on her education. So thank you so much, Myesha, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well,
Thank you for the lovely introduction, too.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
Anytime you need to go somewhere, just take her with you and let her be your person, like you're in the person to introduce you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
When you take them on the road. But so you all are family.
We are family. Yes. We
Oh,
are
how
family.
awesome is that?
Yeah.
I'll have to bring a cousin on, but I don't know. Oh, we may have we're gonna have to do some things. I have a cousin out there doing some great things. But Myesha, I don't know you that well. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you and what you have going on? I would love to hear about it.
So with me, not really much about me. I'm just a strictly professional. I'm going back to school for my MBA. I've worked, I've been doing accounting since 2016. So I've been doing it for quite a while now. I think I'm about 6 years into the game. So I've done various different types of accounting, from payroll accounting, cost accounting, um, basically your traditional accounting. And then now I work for Humana currently. So I kind of work in their finance department, which is a whole different type of realm. But I'm having a lot of fun right now.
Yeah. That's good. So you're a math person.
See, that's the thing. When people talk about accountants, it's not really about math. It's more so the concept of how to apply the money into certain accounts. Because really in accounting, it's just pluses and minuses. Maybe multiplication, division every once in a while, but really pluses and minuses. So yeah.
Oh, I see that. Well, I'm definitely on that misconception side, because as soon as someone mentioned any career centered around money, I'm like, man, they're really good with numbers. Because I'm on the opposite side. Like, I'm from that school of, my family didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't learn how to work with it in the right way. And I think so often we have a lot of people that fall into that, where your parents didn't know, so you don't have the good foundation or the best solid foundation for you to know, and vice versa. Just kind of go through this little generational thing. So anytime someone say accountant or anything to do with money, I'm like, this, hats off.
Yeah. Because I just remember when I went back to school and I had to take I took an accounting class for my business technology degree. And I was like, OMG, having to do that. But I got through it. I mean, I remember there was a former employee where I worked when I worked for the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. And I remember Julian Tackett, I'm mentioning Julian on here. There was this little, he gave me these initials that really helped me. I can't remember exactly what they mean now, but I remember that really helped me get through that accounting class. And he had made me like this little, cheat sheet. Because when you're talking about pluses and minuses versus the numbers, it's the plus and minus system. And that really helped me get through that accounting class.
Wow.
So a question that I have for you, Myesha, what, what prompted you to actually want to choose accounting as your career?
That's actually a funny question. I mean, it's a good question, but honestly, I saw it down on a pamphlet when I was in college, and I said, I'll do that.
Wow. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like no lovely history. Oh, I've always loved accounting. No, I just literally saw it on a pamphlet, and I was like, okay, well, I'll study for that.
So
Yeah.
what were you going to college for before you decided to do accounting? What was the general area that you had in mind?
Being a doctor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because you can be doctor, it could be a dentist, it could be a medical doctor. So what field when you're saying doctor?
Cardio. So like your heart.
Really?
Wow.
I never knew that. That's very interesting.
Do you think now that you're in accounting that you made like this is the right choice, or do you in the back of your mind think, I wonder if I had went on ahead and finished medical school?
A little bit of both, because I like accounting, but I also love helping people. So I do miss that part, because accounting's not fulfilling as far as like when it comes to helping people, because all you're doing is just making your company money. That's all it is. Where with being a doctor, you're helping someone's health. So, and that really means a lot to me. So that's one thing that I miss out, and that's one thing that I tell like my little cousin Hannah, who's also her niece. So I always tell her, like, make sure, when you go to college, make sure you do something that you are passionate about and that you really, really, really want to do. Because it's hard once you pick that field, it's hard to get out of it, because right now, like I'm 32. So I still have, if I want to change careers, I have time to do that, but I'm so deep into accounting, I might as well it's just smarter for me personally just to stay in that field than it is just to branch off and do something completely different. Right. And to tackle on all that extra debt. So who wants that?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But with accounting, there's so many different careers that you can choose. There's the business side of the accounting. You could do entertainment account. There's so many different
you
jobs.
Could be a finance person for people.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah. And so, so with you being in accounting, what do you feel is your strongest asset since you've been in this career?
My strongest asset is, I guess, again, kind of goes back to like helping people. So I like helping people with their money management. I like helping people like do their taxes. I like giving them financial advice if they need it, because there's a lot of hidden gems, especially with your personal life, that a lot of people are not fully aware of. And I just like to keep people informed on those type of things, and especially with taxes, because there's so many loopholes, so many loopholes, but you have to find them. So every tax year, I always get my tax book, just bring that out, and I just start looking through, what kind of tax breaks I can get, or what type of tax breaks I can get to save other people, like my friends, sometimes family, stuff like that. So I feel like my greatest strength when it comes to accounting is just helping people with their money, how to save, how to make more money if you can.
Have you ever thought about doing that as like a business or a side hustle right now, where you get to work with individuals that need that kind of expertise? Because I know you mentioned wanting to help people, and I consider accounting a great way to be able to help people, because we have so many that are struggling with just trying to understand, those basic things of how money works, and those pluses and minuses, and where to put the plus and where to put the minus. Have you ever thought about just, even, I know you have your career with Humana right now, but just doing some kind of contractor type things, just working with other people that may need that?
Yeah, and that's kind of why I'm going back to school for my MBA, because I want to understand how to even manage a business first and foremost, because right now I feel like I don't have that skill. So I'm going back specifically for that. And I'm kind of, as far as at humanity at the totem pole to get to the top, I'm 3 steps away from that. So I feel like with the MBA, it would not only will it help me to understand to get that skill set, but I can also grow into those new levels to where I can then apply that new information I just got from getting my MBA to hopefully to get my own business one day to where I can actually help people to the best way possible. Because I don't want to give off mediocrity. I want to give the best that I can possibly do for someone. So eventually, yes, to answer your question, eventually, yes. But right now, I just feel like I'm just not ready for that. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's important that you recognize this is something I want to do in the future, but there's some things I have to do to prepare.
Yeah.
And I think that's with a lot of us, because if we don't think about the preparation piece and we just want to dive into it, and with anything, there's going to be challenges, I would say. Absolutely. But if you don't at least have some piece of being prepared or understanding how it works, it operates, it's more challenging whenever things come up and those obstacles come up. But when you at least have that background, at least you can fall back. Like you mentioned, I go grab my book. Like, you have those resources to know what to grab or who to contact if you have those questions. But if you don't have any type of foundation or backing, you wouldn't even know how to go get the resource. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And I feel like with her being a go-getter, those 3 levels, I mean, she's going to be able to reach those levels in no time. Because oh my God, she's going to be, because I have that much confidence in her. Wow. She's a quiet one, but when it comes to her determination, it's just, and I might get emotional during this. I'm an emotional creature, but I'm so proud of her. That's why I reached out to her, because there are other baby boomers out there that need to know, once you set your mind to something, you can reach anything and you can reach all those goals. Don't ever feel like you can't, even though you may come and there may be a stumbling block that's put in your way. Step over that and keep moving, and I feel like she is has that determination. She's been there for my niece. She's been there for her younger sister. She's been there for other people in our family because of her being so positive. It's always a positive energy. There's no negative energy there. And if there's negative energy, she doesn't come around. You know what I mean?
She said that's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm the same way. I don't like being around negative energy. I try to remain positive, but I've dealt with some things here, recently on my career, in my job where I am now. But I have this little white wall, this little whiteboard that's outside of my door. And I put something positive on there every day, not just for me, but whoever walks up and down that hallway. If you're having a bad day, you look at what's on my little whiteboard and you're going to be able to go finish out that day strong. Wow. So it's not just for me, because I know that I'm not the only one dealing with something. Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah. You're right. And I know a lot of times you mentioned the stumbling blocks, right? And a lot of times we look at the stumbling blocks as a barrier, and I just look at it as a block, right? So stumbling blocks can also become your building blocks. Because as you learn something, all it does is just help you be better at that next level.
Absolutely.
But if we keep looking at it like this stumbling block is like this big obstacle or barrier that I can't get through, no, you can't. You get on top and you keep it moving.
Yeah.
And like you said, Miss Myesha, you got 3 more levels to go. That's 3 more blocks you going up before you get to that level. And I think that's just like another message that people need to know. Like, nothing is going to be easy.
No.
It's not designed to be. I wish it was.
Right.
Lord knows I wish it was. But it isn't. And how do you operate within knowing that and not allowing that to completely just tear you down or tear you apart? Because if you do that, you'll never reach anything.
Yeah.
Because nothing is going to come easy. So, having that kind of drive is important. And it sounds like that's what you're saying that Myesha has.
She does.
Which
Definitely
is good. And that's
that.
something that everyone else needs to hear and know and see. Because I'm sure for you, it wasn't easy either, Myesha. You had a lot of probably challenges and things you had to go through and deal with, but it didn't stop you from this level. And now you said you're getting your MBA. That's a whole other level that you're getting ready to
Yeah.
reach.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I agree with everything that you just said. Just said some real stuff there.
Isn't she precious?
I know. Well, that's part of what, that's what we want to do with Good Morning Gorgeous. It give us an opportunity to not only just learn from one another, but uplift each other. Absolutely. Because we need to have that.
Yes.
And not all our conversations are going to be easy ones on here. We may talk about some tough stuff, but knowing that we are all here as a level of support for one another, that's what that's why we are doing this, is to be able to support other women and hopefully later families.
Yeah.
And when you first came to me and said this, I was so excited, like, yes. And I think it's just for these moments, because we're going to have some others that'll be watching this, Myesha, that's around your age, around your level, or someone thinking about going into accounting, or they're wanting to do something and they're going, I just don't know. Like, I don't know if I can do it. And being able to have someone that you can look at, and a lot of times someone that looks like you, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's important. It's important. But Myesha, is there anything that you think from just your experience, or anything that you've not just overcome, but just that you've learned, that you would mind sharing with any of the viewers that may see this or hear it, because they can listen to it too?
Yeah, sure. Well, one advice I would give to someone would be, it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay. I wouldn't make the same mistake twice. So always learn from your mistakes, but don't repeat it again. Another thing is, follow your heart, do something that you really, really, really want to do. I cannot stress that enough. We heard that all the time in school. We're like, yeah, whatever. I just want to make money. But really, if that's not fulfilling, like if you're just making money, it's not fulfilling. And I feel like you should do something that you really, really want to do, that you're really, really passionate about. And like how you were talking about, like roadblocks, don't let those defeat you, because there's always a way out. There's a light in every tunnel. Like, you just got to find it. It's always there, but you got to keep pushing, and don't let things discourage you. Don't allow things to hold you back. Those are like my biggest things I tell, especially younger girls, younger women, and like you all said, it looked like me in particular, but to all women as well. Don't let things discourage you. Don't let things hold you back. Don't feel as if that you can't do it, because you can. But you have to believe in yourself. And I know it sounds very cliche, but if you believe in yourself, you can do whatever you want to do. I promise you.
Yes.
It takes that heart first. And find yourself, believe in yourself, love yourself. So
that's it.
Starts with that. Starts with yourself.
Find yourself, believe in yourself, love yourself.
I like that.
Man, that's some good stuff.
I like that. And see, that's the thing. When she say, find yourself, believe in yourself, love yourself. And that's what I say. Love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself first, how can you give love to somebody else?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that's it. That's it. And the big part of that, in order to love yourself, I like the order she put it in, because in order to love yourself, you got to find yourself first.
Yeah.
So many of us are walking around just lost, right? We're trying to figure it out. Who am I? And that's where you have a lot of people that's missing that self-love, because they don't know who they are, whose they are, and what they mean to this world. And I'm hoping that through this podcast, we will be able to share messages of hope, to be able to inspire other women to find who they are, believe in themselves, and to love them, love who they are. So I'm hoping that, I'm glad that you said that. Okay, Myesha, I am going to use that statement, okay? I'm just letting you know now, because I think that may be a great way either to end our podcast.
I like that.
Yourself, believe in yourself, and love yourself.
I like
I
that.
think you just
That's
gave
good.
us a really great way to end the podcast
Yes.
every
single time.
Yes, because
That's
that's
brilliant.
really what we want, right? That's really what we want. Because I think in the midst of finding who we are, we find those things that we are passionate about, and we're able to work and walk in our passion. That's when we're able to show that we believe in ourselves and our abilities and what we can do. So all of it goes together. All right, Myesha, we're giving you props right now.
Yes.
Because we will be using this for Good Morning Gorgeous, because it's so true. That's a powerful message.
Yes, it is.
Powerful
yes,
message.
It is. Yes, it is. Yes.
I feel so good.
I do too. After all the stuff that we went through this morning,
this is good stuff.
This is good stuff.
This is good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
and
is
look,
good stuff.
Are you drinking coffee or tea?
It's coffee.
Look, hey, let me tell you.
We have to get our coffee cups coming on.
We have to get our coffee cups coming on, because let me tell you, and I don't know, we haven't sent out the logo to everybody, but I want to share this with you, because this is a part of what it's going to be. And it's going to be every Saturday morning. You can listen or watch Good Morning Gorgeous, grab your cup of coffee, your cup of tea, orange juice, or whatever, but check it out.
I don't think it's it.
Oh,
it's literally the coffee mug.
Yeah, coffee mug.
I love it.
So
I like that.
Yeah, we're pretty much saying, grab your cup of coffee, come and spend your Saturday mornings with us with Good Morning Gorgeous, where you have a little bit of time to just have some girl time, hear some incredible messages and experiences from different women, different people, and as we grow from, families, and just have a good boost to your Saturday morning. And hopefully to the week. Because right after Saturday is Sunday. And so often we get to Sunday and we start dreading Monday. We hope that we give you a little boost to go, all right, I got this. I got a different perspective. I have a different mindset, and I'm ready to go. Like, let's go, week. I'm ready for you. So I'm excited about what's to come.
I am too.
And it's nice you had your cup of coffee. We're gonna have to start keeping us some cup of coffee too, because it's early.
I hear you.
For Saturday morning.
I hear you.
Yes.
But thank you so much for joining us. Anything else for Miss Myesha?
No, I'm just, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy weekend to join us on Good Morning Gorgeous. Let's just say this is the first of many. Because I really feel like, because there are other things we want to do with this podcast later on down the line. But thank you so much for joining us this morning on Good Morning Gorgeous.
We would love to have you back. I know you're finishing your MBA. You may think about starting a business later. So as you start doing those things, we'll have you come back and share it with all of our viewers, so that they know, like, they can contact you for any type of financial needs.
Absolutely.
Once you get that up and running, because I know folks I could send to you now if you want. Me being one of them, but once you're at that level, we'll bring you back to share it with all of our viewers or watchers or listeners. We have to figure out what we're gonna call them, so that you can share what you're doing, because I would love for more people to hear and know that there's folks out there that can help and support you where you need it.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. And have such a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
And to all of those that are either watching or listening from somewhere, as Miss Myesha has already told us that we are now coining for the rest of Good Morning Gorgeous, find yourself, believe in yourself, and love yourself. Y'all have a good Saturday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.